Darkroom.
I'm
still trying to remember that title. But this episode, we're going to be talking about pushing yourself outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And the fact if you do that, you learn far more.
Yes.
You think, and yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, you know what I'm going to be doing, but I don't know what you're going to be doing is pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. So,
Always.
please elaborate.
Okay, so, have you got LinkedIn?
Yeah, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, I didn't really understand. I'm getting there now. But I had someone message me on there, because I'd liked a couple of their posts. Yeah. And they messaged me about this video. They wanted to film like a crowdfunding video for a surf, like, what are they called? You know, the wave machines.
Yeah,
like
the thing that I broke my feet on.
Yeah, one of those, but like a big one. I think they said like the highest recorded waves like in the world. So I was like, right, this sounds good. I'll get in there. Good opportunity. And as time's going on, it's sounding more and more good in that we've got someone coming to help as well who's part of a production company, and they've done a film.
So you've got a full team? Okay.
I think 3 of us. They've done a film with a documentary about the boxer. Is it Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, I'm not big on boxing, but rings a bell.
So I was like, right, this is a good opportunity. Get in there with some good people, and I'm just living the best life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just going straight in.
So, is you're wanting to go down the documentary route?
It's not a documentary we're making.
No, but there's a connection in the documentary world with cinema.
Well, this production company...
Either way, it's got a connection, so...
Yeah, this production company does all sorts. They do narratives, they do documentaries, they do, like, promotional... Yeah,
so wow, that's...
Yeah. So that'd be quite good.
So what's making this go outside your comfort zone? Have you, in a sense, you've never done...
No, I've done film jobs before, but it's just the fact it's a small crew. Like, there's 3 of us, there's the founder of the company, there's me, and then this person coming to help. So it's like a lot.
Big people.
Yeah.
With big names.
Yeah.
And like big companies.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, it'll be good because when I've done film jobs before, there's been a big, like, crew.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 of us. So when it's put down to 3, it's like there's a lot more pressure on producing what they want. And making good impressions. Like I do.
No, that sounds super interesting. What are you sort of hoping to... Well, you don't know?
I don't want to say too much in case the guys watch.
Yeah, that was the next thing. You might be under NDA, or is it? What is it? Where you're not allowed to
under
say... So not allowed to sign... You literally signed a piece of documents. And you're not allowed to say this, and this.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much just yet.
I believe the guy that plays Spider-Man is very bad at that.
Is it? I've seen this. He read out a letter
so
to me.
much. And what was the document? He got given a poster.
The poster, and he opened it up.
He opened it up, and he turned it around. He's like, "You're not supposed to put this on."
Yeah, you're the first person to ever see this. It's not
so then they had to
released.
rechange everything.
Yeah,
and
I
in
remember
several
that.
interviews, he spoiled major cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And
he's a funny guy, he is.
So, okay, now I completely get where, you're not allowed to say certain things.
But your comfort zone next weekend...
Well, it's either happened or it's going as this comes out, not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But I've been offered to, not very many people know this, and I've been keeping it for when we record these. I've been somehow got in and shooting 3 days of London Fashion Week.
Amazing.
Something that I have never thought I was going to ever do.
Yeah.
Let alone be a part of, and sort of... Like, when I entered university And when I left college, if you don't remember me saying, I was like, okay, I'm going to do photography, get my photography degree, then sort of hop over to Afghanistan and go, or join the IDF. That was actually my second year. In my first year, I was going to join the military in Israel after traveling there. I love the country. I love everything. I'm going to leave my camera behind, do that for 2 years, sort of understand that side of the world. And that was where I was going. Then second year, you get to pick your optional your courses. So I picked stylized portrait.
Okay.
I come from a landscape background. I come from that sort of style, sort of documentaries slightly. So that's why I was going down that like photographic war journalism. And my uncle is fought in Rhodesia. My other uncle fought in Bosnia. My other uncle was a commander on a tank regiment. And my grandfather was a warden, and then before that he was a household cavalry. So pretty much all military. I'm the oddball out. So I was like, okay, I'm going to honour that slightly and go do a conscript somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Now I sign up for stylized portrait. Something that was completely outside my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sort of out there. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never worked with models. Trying to get models is
it's a nightmare.
a bane of my existence. So sort of once I got underway of doing that and shooting people and portraits, I'm like, I kind of like this. Then I move in to a new house and I get connected with this guy from my university who I think does marketing, but his dad's in the shipping industry.
Okay.
But he has some people up in London. And get invited to that group chat. So he's like, I need some hairstylists, makeup artists, I need some models who are free to go up to London. And then I just happen to chime in and go, if they need photographers, I'm a photographer, like...
Yep.
And that was maybe like 3-4 months ago. Now, I was like, okay, sure, I'll give me your CV, your contact, your Instagram, your portfolio, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, cool. And that was my whole attitude, is like, okay, cool, I'll like... Yeah. Then... He, about 3-4 weeks ago, completely forgot about it. Didn't remember it.
Yeah.
I was at home at that time, so I was doing my FNP, so photographing my hometown, going back to my primary school and stuff like that. So I was downstairs talking to my mum, and I think I came back from the area that I used to hang around when I was 18. So I had a lot to talk about. So I leave my phone upstairs, and I go upstairs to just pick it up. And I have a message from Jimmy, and 44 minutes ago. And it's a direct message. It's not the group chat.
Group chat, yeah. And
it's not the London Fashion Week group chat. Because he said a month prior to that, he's like, all your names are being considered. I've created a different group chat. So I was like, yeah, cool. I hadn't been confirmed. So I go upstairs, and he sent this message 44 minutes ago. I look at it, and it says, at Christopher, you have been accepted as one of the photographers for this 3-day event, or 2-day event at the time. I look at my phone, turn it off, put it down, I stare blankly at my wall, I pick my phone, I literally recreate, like, even my face is like, I look at the phone again, click it back on, open the message, and I read it. I read it 3, 4, 5 times. I'm like, got to be shitting. Like, I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Like, didn't think at all. Like, it was just like, there's no harm in me trying to like put my name forward. Like, I'm not losing anything. That was my whole attitude. And I think going back to like I do tarot readings and stuff like that. If you put that sort of attitude of like, I've been reading this book called The Art of Not Giving an Absolute F. And that was sort of how I went into this. Was like, I have nothing to lose. Like, hey, why not? And then he was like, yeah, I can see what happens. I'm not promising anything.
Gosh.
So when I saw that message, I was like, I went downstairs, told my mum, and she's like, she was even speechless.
Yeah.
She was super excited. And then the first thing she did, she went to go on her computer, message my grandfather, and go, "This is what my boy is doing. He's going up to London Fashion Week." And then she had a look at the tickets. You know how much the ticket is to go sit in one of those seats? And I'm going up there for free.
Go on.
Over 200 quid.
Jeez.
And that's for one
One
showing.
ticket.
That's
One
for one
showing.
showing. I'm there. Like, okay, originally I was supposed to be there Saturday, Sunday. But Jimmy was like, hang on, can you get there for Friday? And they're doing rehearsal.
Yeah.
So you can sort of get a feel of everything and what's everything doing. So I was like, yeah, cool. Gave me the shoot schedule. Saturday, I'm there at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
I finish, it says, until late. Like 10 o'clock at night.
Late.
And also looking at the shoot schedule, there's 3, 4, 5 shows. So that is different designers coming on. So now, when you buy those tickets, it's only for that section.
Yeah.
I'm going there for the whole entire day, for Saturday and Sunday, for free.
It was crazy.
And he messaged me saying, oh, my colleagues have sent across that when you go up there, if you've got to bring ID, they'll give you tags and you can come in and out and you're pretty much sorted for you're covered.
Yeah.
And even reading that, I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, no, like, even reading that is like the whole shoot schedule going down. And then on the last day, Sunday, there's the designer, the youngest designer, who has designed $1 million dress. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever owned anything close to that, and I'm going to be like meters away from it. And I did some research, and like you have the photographer's pit, and I was like explaining to this, like you have a square by square foot section, and the catwalk, and all the models, they're very skinny and beautiful, some of them, walking towards you. And they're all walking towards the photographer's pit. Now, the main center section is for like the house photographer. So whatever, I think I can say I haven't been given an NDA. I'm shooting for House of Icon. So their house photographer will be in the central position. Then you have the house videographer.
Yeah.
And then you have like people from Vogue, Cosmo, and all the fashion magazines. And then it's first come, first serve. You write your name down there, and it's literally a lion's den.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting front house. I'm also shooting backstage.
Yes.
So,
exciting. Long days.
And I was talking to one of our technicians who did fashion for 15 years. So I've been picking his brain like, he probably has no brain cells left. Like, what do you do? What lenses do I need? What equipment do I need? Like, help! I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's been super helpful.
That's good.
He's like, okay, if you're doing front of house, you need this lens, this lens, this lens. Bring a monopod because, dear God, your shoulders are going to kill you if you're doing a whole day. Because most of those photographers are running from show to show.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that. So... So bring a monopod, if you're doing front of house, sort of 70-200, focus point on the face, and watch the way the model walks. And you must have both feet planted on the ground, and that's the shot that you want. Not have one leg flying off one way, flying off the other way, arms not flying off, clothing, make sure the clothing is all draped, like flowing nicely. That's what you're looking. You're not looking at if it's in focus, if it's not in focus. You pray to God that your focus point is in the right place. And you're literally watching, you're counting the way the model walks, and you snap.
Yeah.
So he was like telling me like stuff like that, and then he was like, that's if you're doing front of house. You don't need a flash. Don't ever use a flash. People that use flash are just annoying, and you get like weird hotspots. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then he was like, well, if you're doing backstage, I was like, yeah, I think I'm doing backstage, and I hadn't yet been confirmed as the shoot schedule. So Jimmy told me that I'm also doing backstage. That's why he wants me to go Friday now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. So I go back to him. I was like, okay, I'm now doing backstage as well. So okay, you need a prime, like wide angle or a 35, and you're already going to have a 70 to 200 with image stabilization. Though I have the old 70 to 200 doesn't have image stabilization, so I'm going to have to hire out a camera, hire out a prime 35, hire out 70 to 200. Also, he said if you're doing backstage, you can have a flash, a hot shoe, and sort of if you have like a soft box sort of thing, that kind of helps. But don't like get in their faces. Like get to know them, sort of come. The art of it's not the art of. I was watching this podcast years ago, well not watch this TED talk. Art of pickpocketing. Don't worry, this will come. Like I'm not pickpocketing. I could. Well, I mean, they're probably going to be wearing $1 million diamonds and stuff like that. So.
We're gonna cut this bit out.
No, but he was like, if you come straight on to somebody that you don't know, their guards come immediately up. If you come parallel and sort of side on, you can actually get a lot closer to that person, because everybody has their like sort of stay away, sort of no person. So it's much harder for somebody to approach straight on. But if you come side, it's more easier to. So he was like, if you do that for a little bit, don't bring your camera out straight away, and like get to know the models, get to know the makeup stylists, and also number one thing is don't move anything. Like if a brush is there, don't move it because it's in your shot. Ask somebody before you move it, because that brush might be there on purpose. And if you go and move it, well, you're gonna cause. And some photographers have been kicked out backstage because of it. Like they've moved a bag, they've moved So I'm like, okay, thanks for the tip. But all of this is foreign territory.
Exciting though. You'll learn so much.
I don't think it's sunken in.
No, I don't think it has.
I don't think it'll sink in until
you're there.
I'm front stage watching these models in very fancy dresses, and some of them revealing. I'm like, and like next to me, the photographer of Vogue, and next to me is some other photographer from other fashion magazine. I'm like, wow.
It's gonna be good. And
it's so far out of my comfort zone. But I know that by the end of the third day, because we're planning on doing a podcast at some point while I'm doing it, or the end of. And what I'm hoping that I'm going to learn far more doing that than, like, I can go out in the city that I live and shoot street photography. I can shoot landscape, I can shoot architecture. I was thinking buildings. Buildings came in my head. I'm like, there's an actual proper word. So I can go out and do that. But yes, you're still learning, but you're learning at a slower rate. And I think that's what I was getting at with this podcast, is like pushing yourself outside that comfort zone. Even though like I wasn't expecting it. But in a way, I wouldn't have put my name forward if I wasn't willing to push myself outside that comfort zone.
And it's good that you are.
Yeah, but I'm gonna learn so much because I'm gonna be talking to those other photographers. I believe it's like a cat fight, but it's like a friendly cat fight. Like they will take fun of you. They will try to say that's my spot. I want that, and you've written a name on it. And it's like, like they'll joke around. It's like very. But if you are stuck on something, I believe 99% of them are more than helpful. As long as you don't come in with an iPhone and go, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to be going in with a Canon and big fancy lenses. And so at least I'll be fitting in with the rest of the crowd.
Yes. So exciting. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited to see what photos I'm going to be in.
Yeah.
Sadly, with the way my Instagram's going, they won't be on there.
Why?
They'll be going on my website.
Okay. As long as I can see them somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be going on my website and my Facebook. But anybody uses Facebook. But that's where a lot of my stuff, like outside Instagram. So my Instagram has now taken a whole different aesthetic. Yeah. Having suddenly fancy Vogue shots.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't quite fit in.
Oh, we're like, and they'll be like whiplash going. What are we going on here?
Oh.
So yeah.
It's gonna be good.
It hasn't yet sunk in. Like even me reenacting like when I was looking at that phone, like I could picture it and what was going through my head. Like,
it's nice that you have 3 days because obviously you've got the practice test.
Yeah.
And then with the next 2 days, you'll get more and more used to it, hopefully. So by the time you'll be a professional by the time you come out.
Yeah. Like the house that I'm shooting for, his design dresses for like Paris Hilton and Lady Gaga and who's the other girl? Who did California? Is it Katy Perry?
Maybe, I think so.
Katy Perry. And I mean, they've designed fancy dresses for fancy people.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a fairly big house.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And I watched their their spring collection. They have it on their website. And I'm like, oh my god, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. Well, you showed me that video earlier.
Yeah, no, I quickly showed you that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm going. It'll be like a shark's den.
It'll be a good opportunity.
But I think it'll be a shark's den for like the first 5 minutes. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I hitting me?
Yeah.
And then I'll be pretty much, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like once. I think a lot of people think that I won't go out of my way and do something. Where if I'm put in a certain situation, I'll go into it. I think I pick that up from travelling.
Yeah.
So sort of going into a hostel, you're there for 3-4 days, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna need to make friends.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, those friends are going to leave in like 2 days' time, and you're the
make more friends.
Make more friends. So that quick building up rapport, I think I've come adapt to that. So I know that's gonna help me.
Yeah.
It's just settings, camera settings. That's the learning curve in a way. It's like, what camera settings do I need to do? What f-stop, because front of house is going to be pretty much black.
Yeah.
With one long key light. How fast the shutter should be, and what my ISO should be, and all that sort of learning, and sort of understanding how somebody walks. So then, if I want to work with models, I can then understand how later down the road I can understand like how, if I want them walking towards me in the photo, sort of I know how to do it from working it for like literally 2 days straight.
Yeah. And the good thing again is that after the first day you can check over the photos, see where to improve, and the next day come back fresh.
And the checking over the photos and the camera, going back to should we update and do all that sort of, this is what's worrying me about updating my camera kit.
What's that?
Is that I know that my camera with its batteries will last that whole entire day.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sony. Not so sure.
And my memory cards, stuff like that, I know. But the camera that I'm thinking about upgrading to, I'm like,
Probably not.
no. I'm going to need, like, I have a battery pack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a
like,
belt full of batteries.
A piece of military webbing that doesn't have magazine pouches. It has battery pouches.
Batteries. That's going to be the latest fashion statement. I can just see it coming.
So a bunch of photographers.
You should put this idea forward to the people at Fashion Week.
What?
Battery pack belt, come on.
A battery pack belt. Battery pack belt.
Genius. I reckon someone would grab onto that.
I mean, I did do fashion when I was 16, so, 18.
18. At college?
At sixth form.
Sixth form.
Yep. Round your neck of the woods.
I must have been like 5 at that time.
Yep. And I was kind of doing
Nah, probably. No, maybe I was. Wait, how old were you? 18?
18. Well, a little bit of a tangent, but hey ho.
I would have been 11. 11 or 10?
You're lucky I didn't drink.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I did so much.
You have lived a full life. A lifetime more than me.
Some parts of my life debatable. I mean, especially that 17, 18 period.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that.
Let's not. That's funny.
Hey, wow. Every time I hear you say how young you were.
I know. I'm still young. Got a lot of youth left in me.
Yeah, but then when you match it up with your co-anchor on your podcast, or our podcast.
I'm a child. I'm being babysat right now.
I mean, you have more motivation than most people.
I
think we only have one girl that's pushing herself at our university that already knows what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, bringing it back to pushing herself.
Yeah.
She has sort of got her head on straight. She did the work thing because I was a studio supervisor. She was absolutely useless with that.
Really?
Not gonna lie, but
as a supervisor, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Constantly covering for her shifts. I mean, I didn't mind it. I got more money for it.
Yeah.
English, Christopher. But I believe that she didn't really want to change background and stuff like that. But I mean, her actual where she wants to go, she's got her head pretty much really well. But other than that, there's not very many people that know or have like this clear focus of what they want to do.
It's hard because mine changed.
Yeah, no, that's kind of insane. And I think that's what makes having you work together on this co-anchor sort of podcast thing is because you did that. Mm-hmm. You have photography background, but you've jumped to cinema.
Yeah.
So sort of that change, that switch.
Yeah.
So that's also like you're mentioning outside the podcast, that comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like you had no clue. You were saying.
Yeah, I started my second year of university, going straight to the second year of film, having never done film before in my life. I showed up to the lesson. They were talking about a load of stuff. I had no idea what they were saying. I was just going with it, pretending I knew. And now, going into my last year, feeling like I know stuff.
Well, I mean...
More than I did.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
But that's what I mean.
You probably learned way more.
Because I jumped straight in and just pushed myself to do it. So.
And sort of like this whole fuck it attitude.
Exactly. It's the way forward.
The art of not giving an absolute.
Yeah, not giving an absolute.
Because in that book, the first sentence is there's something called a feedback loop.
Yeah.
And it happens in everything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, say you're an angry driver.
Yeah.
I'm not an angry driver. So, going back to, like, being an angry driver. Like, I'm not an angry driver. I'm more like, you asshole. Like, meh.
Yeah.
Let it go. But there is some aspects of my life that is a little bit like... is this feedback loop of... Say you get angry at said driver.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get angry because of cashier. You get angry because of said camera that keeps going off.
Yeah.
So you have this anger of basically cashier, driver, the day, weather, anger. Then you like go to your inner self, like, why are you being so angry at yourself? You're such an idiot, this, that, and whatever. And it's just sort of this feedback loop of viciousness.
Yeah.
And it can happen with sadness, like, why are you crying? You shouldn't be crying. I'm an idiot for crying. I'm such a useless whatever.
And then you cry more.
You cry more, and like, you're such a child. It's pointless. And it's like this vicious of just going in a circle. So it's feedback loop. I'm like, when I'm reading that, I'm like, holy shit, wow, penny drop. And then another one was like, the weather. So many people get angry at the weather.
Really? Like angry though?
Well,
just like disappointed.
I haven't been taking my phone out with me, and a couple of weeks ago it was raining. And it was torrential rainfall.
Nice.
And I looked out my window. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go out and shoot some photos. Because I didn't have my earphones in. I was walking around. People were so miserable. And like mumbling to themselves. I go to the coffee shop and I sit in. I want to do some editing, sort of get a little out there and everything. I was like, oh, it's finally sort of raining, it's cooling.
Yeah.
Like where I'm living down and sort of like stuff like that. It's not that bloody nice, is it? It's now rain. I'm like, well, good afternoon to you too.
Yeah.
Come on. And in that book, it was like, well, back our forefathers would be on farm. It would be torrential downpour. It would be snowing. It would be ice cold. And they'll be like, today I have to go shear the sheep or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, the weather's shit. Oh,
Still gotta do it.
Still gotta do it.
Yeah.
I thought what book, English, hello. It's getting a little late. But I think that combined it with the whole pushing yourself, it's like sort of that whole just let it free, sort of go with the water.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Hippie.
This was like the tarot cards reading.
Yeah.
Always go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
crazy.
Considering several of our cameras died in both of
Yeah,
them.
I'm feeling like we're getting on in time.
I mean, it's gone past it's 33.
Oh,
It's
crazy.
our longest podcast. Wow. We will begin to wrap it up. So, our opinions on pushing yourself. Should you push yourself? Shouldn't you push yourself?
100%. You should 100% push yourself.
I think so too. I mean, like, you'll learn far more.
Yeah.
I mean...
And you may feel silly in the beginning, but you'll come out of it.
You meet new friends. You meet new colleagues. You meet new ways of shooting. You sort of see the world differently because you're meeting with people that see the world differently. And as creatives, I mean, that is like the best prime.
Yeah.
What you want to get out of being a creative.
Exactly.
So we'll end this podcast.
We'll catch you up with Chris's fashion.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping to record at some point while we're doing it. Not entirely sure when we're going to be releasing that, but I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys what I think.
I'm looking forward to it too.
And I'll be putting it, when those photos come out, I'll be putting them on all my, minus Instagram, all my social medias.
Lovely stuff.
I mean...
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another traveling through the darkroom. Whoops.
Yeah, we still need to get a handle on that. Traveling through the darkroom. By like the 20th episode.
Yeah, I reckon.
I think hopefully.
Maybe by the 100th.
But touch wood.
We'll see.
Yeah, so, okay. Peace.